So here we have the Clarke 1/2 inch electric impact wrench set, and this is an 1000 watt standard UK 3-pin connector plug. It's not wireless, which is unfortunate because they are really nice to have in case you're not around the workshop or around the garage, wherever you're going to be. So as I say, it's got an 1000 watt motor, so very powerful. Great for fast, easy nut removal and tightening. Heavy duty, ideal for garage mechanics. Extra high torque, 450 Newton meters, forward and reverse, and a soft grip handle, which will be useful if you're using it for a long period of time. So you can see here, it's being used on wheel nuts on a car. So looking inside now, you can see it says it's supplied with 17, 19, 21 and 22mm impact sockets, and again emphasising that it's 1000 watts, and everything else which is on the front cover. Right, and the back is exactly the same as the front, and then we've got this side which is again very similar, but a bit more information. So it's got the part numbers, output 1000 watts, voltage 230 volts, speed 2200 RPM, impact a minute 3400, maximum torque 450 Newton meters, bit holder 1/2 inch square drive, socket supplied 17, 19, 21 and 22mm, product weight 3.9 kilograms and pack weight 4.7 kilograms. So it is quite heavy, obviously a lot heavier than the cordless ones, but still, for the price you're going to have to expect something like that. And reading the reviews of it already, I've never used one of these in my life, I've only used the air ones, but reading the reviews, this one seems to go down very well. So we're now going to open it up. Okay, so you can see it's in its own carrier case. Just dispose of that. And if we lift this off, you can see, very smart. Something you'd expect from a much more expensive thing than this. So for this, it's very good that it is provided in a carry case to keep it safe when you're not using it, and also easy to move around. So that is a very good feature of this. We now need to get into it somehow. So tight onto there, it's quite hard to get off. There we go, right. So you can see it's got these catches on the side, on both sides. And this is what you get inside. Just make sure you can see. Okay, so first of all, the operating and maintenance instructions. Always very handy, always read before you use it. Goes on about the guarantee and a few other things, what you get inside it. Tool care and use, work area, safety instructions, electric terminals, all that kind of thing. Everything you need to know before you use it basically. And even a spare parts diagram, very handy if it goes wrong. Which hopefully it won't be doing very often, but if it does, then they've put an exploded diagram in there so you can order the correct parts for it, and a few of the dimensions notes. So yeah, all very nice there. These are obviously the 4 impact sockets which are provided with it. So what was it, 19, 21 was it? 17, 19, 21 and 22mm. So they're in there, they've got their own place to go, which is great, so you don't lose them. Okay, so now moving on to the actual impact wrench itself. So inside that bag there is a cap to protect the top. Obviously the UK standard fused 3-pin connector plug, and this is the impact wrench itself. Not actually as heavy as I first thought it was going to be. It feels very heavy when it's all boxed up, but that's including the carrier case, of course. So yeah, I think it probably would get a bit heavy on the hand if you were using it for a long period of time, but if you're going to use it as your main tool, which you probably wouldn't be, to be honest, then you would probably go for a cordless one. But if you're just going to use it maybe a few times a day, if maybe not even that, maybe just a few times a week, then yes, perfect for that. And it is quite a nice thing to hold. It's not too hard on your hand. It's got these grips. It's got the trigger. Looks like it's quite well vented. You can see a load of fans in there, one back there. Something which I've just noticed down here is a great big crack in the carry case. Now, I don't know if that is my bad luck from the courier. It could well be, so we can't blame Clarke for that. Or it could be the quality not being able to support the weight of this sat in there. But again, like I say, it's brilliant that it has been provided with a carry case anyway, because it keeps it all together. It's obviously not too much of a problem. It's not completely cracked through. It hasn't completely gone. It still does the job. I can keep it in there. So, to be honest, it doesn't bother me too much. It's just a bit of a shame that it's happened. And as I say, it could have happened in transit. So, you can't really say who is to blame there. Right, so I'm going to unplug this thing in and show you it running. So here we are in the workshop. First point I want to make is the length of this cable. It's around 1 metre to 1.5 metres. I'm not sure exactly, I couldn't find it in the product specifications, but it's probably there somewhere. So yeah, working length of the cable is approximately 1 to 1.5 metres. So not too bad at all. I'll just plug the impact wrench in. I've now plugged the impact wrench in. One thing to note, which it says on the top here, warning, when changing from forward to reverse to operation or vice versa, always ensure the machine has fully stopped before switching to a new direction. So yeah, it's just there as a warning. Like in your car, you wouldn't go from forward straight into reverse. It's just not something you'd do. So it's warning you there if you are into that kind of stuff. Okay, so yes, reverse, forward. This is the trigger. Obviously at the moment it's in neutral. If I push it down, it will be forward, push it up, it's reverse. So basically this is it. This is forwards, and then reverse. So you can hear it sounds very powerful actually. Very good thing. Hopefully it's going to last quite a long time, especially as I've been using these air ones in the past, and to be honest I haven't had a great experience. It could just be me, who knows, but I've decided to go with an electric one. Hopefully this is going to serve me well. When you're using it, obviously there are the obvious safety precautions. For example, wear goggles, wear gloves, that kind of thing. Because if for some reason something decided to fling off the front, the impact socket maybe, or even the bolt you're trying to get out, if that just sheared off, and if that went in your eye, then yeah, that explains itself. So there it is, the 1000 watt half-inch electric impact wrench set from Clarke. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Maybe you found it educational in some way, shape or form, or maybe it's made you want to buy this tool. Yeah, I just bought it because I need it, really. I've been using these air ones, like I say, and decided to go for an electric one now. It just saves having to keep filling up the compressor tank, as the compressor I've got isn't that big. So it's just a bit of a hassle having to use the air ones. So hopefully, like I say, this one will serve me well. Hopefully it'll last a long time. So there you go, that is today's unboxing review kind of thing. And hopefully you found it useful.